Hello and welcome to Letters to Developers. This is an open letter to all you fantastic game developers out there. I don't really care how much or how little you did for developing a certain game. I'll thank you for your contribution anyways. So let's move on to what I'm talking about in this video. I'm talking about beta tests. As you can see on the footage on the background, this is World of Warplanes, which is still in the beta. For a while now, the games have actually rewarded players for playing a game which is still in beta, or rather the developers have rewarded the players, whatever. You got my point there, I hope. Anyway, let's move on to the actual subject matter, which is some of these rewards come from very weird things, in such a way that in World of Warplanes, for example, you need to play 700 battles to get the maximum amount of premium planes you can do. And you do want, as a developer, players to actually test every part of your game, right? To make sure that everything functions, that there is no bugs, to get feedback on every part of your game before you launch it. At least I hope this is still the case for whichever development team might be, or whichever developer you are might be watching this video. Anyway, to get the best kind of feedback, you want to reward players for their time spent in the game, no matter how they choose to spend their time, I hope. Because if you give a gamer a goal, gamers are really efficient if nothing else. If you give them a goal, they will find the most efficient, least troublesome way to get to that goal. In which case, you end up in situations like I see now in World of Warplanes. 700 battles is needed to be played. And that means you might end up in the situation where someone jumps into a plane, suicides into enemy, and jumps into new plane, suicides into enemy. He's actually not providing a lot of feedback on anything, right? Because he is grinding to get to the 700 battles. He's not spending his time doing what he enjoys. Especially in the case of gamers who don't have a lot of time to play. Maybe an hour or two a day. There is a lot of them out there. And in such a way, imagine if the ball game this would be, if this was, for example, spend 700 minutes in battles. You could do whatever you want in the battles, as long as you spend that time. So give that some thought when you are putting your game into a beta, and actually get the feedback you really need from the beta for your game by actually letting players decide how they spend their time instead of forcing their hand in a certain way. Unless obviously you want to test out specific something. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully this will lead to us all getting better beta tests in the future and better feedback for the developers.